Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the MCQs based on the 6th February 2017 current affairs, and this is presented by me, Roman Saini. Instructions are pretty clear, so you can follow them. If you get 8 or more answers on a regular basis, then you're doing really good. Question number 1. Consider the following about e-NAM. Okay. Mandis all over India are linked to e-agricultural market NAM, and agriculture falls in the union list. This is definitely wrong. This is also wrong. So both the assertion and reason are incorrect. Answer becomes D. Okay, because only not all over India, just 10 states are integrated through this online platform. So it is wrong, and answer is D. So at present 250 mandis across 10 states have been integrated through this online platform, and the states include Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, UP, Jharkhand, Haryana, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Himachal Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. And agricultural is a state subject, so state and union territories must provide through appropriate legislation, executive order, with the concerned APMC Act, Agriculture Produce Market, okay, regulation for implementation of these virtual cum physical markets. So legislation or an executive order needs to be passed for this to become like in practice. Question number 2. Consider the following: Shri Ramanujacharya Vishisht Advait, Shri Madhavacharya Dvait, Shri Bashveshwara Shakti Vishisht Advait and Adi Shankara Advait. Which of the following reformers and their philosophies are correctly matched? So all the philosophers are absolutely correctly matched. You must be knowing the name of Adi Shankara with Advait, but all the three are also correct. So answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. All the 4 are correct. And dualism means Dvait, qualified monism means Vishisht Advait, and monism means Advait, are the three main schools of metaphysical thoughts, especially in the Hindu school of philosophies. And Shakti Vishisht Advait is the philosophy of a Shaivite sect known as Lingayatism. So there was an MCQ on Lingayats, okay, and it refers to monism qualified by Shakti. Question number 3. Consider the following statements. Nagaland is bordered by 3 states, namely Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Assam. The famous Hornbill festival is celebrated in Nagaland. The Tropic of Cancer passes through Nagaland. Which of the following statement is correct? Only here the statement is C, okay, because they are asking for incorrect. Yes, Nagaland has the famous Hornbill festival, so second cannot be incorrect. So A and B cannot be the answer. C and D can be the answer. Answer here is C, because Tropic of Cancer does not pass through Nagaland. I have made a separate video for that, and yes, the borders are pretty clear. You can see it here. Okay, so this is Nagaland. So as you can see, Tropic of Cancer passes through Tripura and Mizoram. Okay, in the northeastern states. There are 8 states through which it passes in India, and here you can see this is Arunachal Pradesh, this portion, this is Assam, okay, and finally you have Manipur here which is bordering it. So there are 3 states. Question number 4. The 74th Constitutional Amendment Act gave constitutional status to municipalities. Absolutely correct. Consider the following. State Election Commission on the advice of Chief Election Commission conducts elections to the municipalities. Second, a municipal council is constituted for a larger urban area and a municipal corporation for a smaller urban area. So Chief Election Commission has nothing to do with it. So answer this is wrong, and second also is wrong. Okay, municipal corporation is for larger urban areas and municipal council is for smaller urban area. This is reversed. Answer is D, neither 1 nor 2. You can read it here. And Nagar Panchayat is there for a transitional area. That is an area transitioning from rural to urban area. So answer becomes D. Question number 5. Marginal cost of funds based lending rate has been brought about. Okay, this is basically to ensure better transmission, transparency and fair treatment to new and existing borrowers. That is the only reason why this exists. So answer here is A. So the base rate is the minimum interest rate of a bank below which it cannot lend. Okay, however, when the RBI makes a policy cut, the banks did not respond accordingly to transfer the benefit to the consumers. Therefore, MCLR has to be introduced from 1st April 2016, which replaced the base rate concept. You have to remember this because the base rate did not have that impact. Now, MCLR helps ensure the availability of bank credit in the interest rate which are fair to the borrowers as well as the banks. Question number 6. Consider the following about Dove satellites. They make up the world's largest constellation of Earth imaging satellites. Yes, absolutely correct. It helps solve the world's toughest challenges and triggers industry changing opportunities. This is also 100% correct. These are usually launched in flocks. They are also 100% correct. Which of the following is correct? All the four are correct. Answer is 1, 2, 3. So Dove is an Earth observation satellite that continuously scans Earth, sending data once it passes over a ground station. And together, Dove forms a satellite constellation that provides a complete image of Earth at 3 to 5 meter optical resolution and open data access. And the images which are gathered by Dove provide up-to-date information relevant to climate monitoring, crop yield predictions, urban planning and disaster response. So that is why it becomes important. Question number 7. Consider the following statements about the Monetary Policy Committee. It was appointed based on the recommendation of Urjit Patel Committee, 100% correct. This committee is responsible for inflation targeting, again 100% correct. It is headed by the Finance Minister. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong. Okay. So here the answer is 1 and 2. So the committee was set up by amending the RBI Act after the government and RBI agreed to task RBI with the responsibility for price stability and inflation targeting. It will have 6 members, 3 each will be nominated by the government and the RBI, and each member will have just 1 vote. Most of the countries have implemented their monetary policy through MPCs, that is Monetary Policy Committee, after formally adopting inflation targeting as a monetary policy objective. It shows that inflation has come down to much acceptable level after adopting inflation targeting than before. So that is why it is important. Question number 8. The Benami Transactions Prohibition Amendment Act has been in effect since last 2 months. Consider the following statements. A transaction made in fictitious name is also considered a Benami transaction. Yes, 100% correct. The act stipulates penalty of up to 3 years or a fine or a both. Usually in IPC, the imprisonment is always 7 years. That is the benchmark. So this is wrong. So answer 2 is wrong. So only the first statement is correct. So A is 1 only. So Act prohibits Benami transactions and provides for confiscating Benami properties. Okay. Basically, there is a land sealing act, so you take land in name of other people so that you can hoard your black money or you can protect your land from sealing act. So it changed the penalty to rigorous imprisonment of 1 year up to 7 years and a fine which may extend to 25% of the fair market value of the Benami property. Question number 9. Through Mission Indradhanush, which of the following diseases does the government aim to provide immunization for? So except rubella, all the 4 are covered: whooping cough, diphtheria, tuberculosis, measles. So answer here is C, that is 1, 3, 4, 5. Other diseases include diphtheria, whooping cough, tetanus, polio, tuberculosis, measles and hepatitis B. Okay. So Mission Indradhanush was launched in 2014. It aims to cover all the children by 2020 who are either unvaccinated or are partially vaccinated against these vaccine preventable diseases. And depicting 7 colors of the rainbow, as the name suggests, Mission Indradhanush provides vaccination to 7 vaccine preventable diseases which include DPT, that is diphtheria, pertussis, tetanus, then polio, tuberculosis, measles and Hep B. Now it should be noted that Mission Indradhanush is a step that aims to further intensify the universal immunization program, which everybody who can be prevented from disease should be. And the last question for the day is, consider the following statements about the office of Chief Minister. Only an individual who is a member of any of the houses of state legislature can be appointed as the Chief Minister. Okay. It is a constitutional mandate that the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly will be appointed as the Chief Minister. First of all, this is absolutely wrong, because within 6 months if you get elected, then also you can be appointed as Chief Minister. If you are not elected within 6 months, then your candidature will be cancelled. But without being a member, you can be a Chief Minister for 6 months. Same goes for Prime Minister also. Okay. Again, this is a convention. This is not constitutional mandate. So both of them are incorrect. Answer is C. Both 1 and 2 are incorrect. Answer is C. So an individual who is not a member of the state legislature can be appointed as the Chief Minister, provided he or she should be elected to the state legislature within 6 months of time. And it is a convention that exists in the parliamentary system that the leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly be appointed as the Chief Minister. So answer is C. Both are wrong. Thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the MCQs based on 7th February 2017 current affairs, and this is presented by me, Roman Saini. You can watch all the awesome courses made by me on unacademy.com. Instructions are pretty clear. If you are getting 8 or more out of 10, you have a very high chance of selection. Please write your score in the comments without fail so that you can compete with yourself as well as with others. And as soon as the question appears, pause the video, answer the question and then resume it. Please watch the lessons on Hindu summary and editorial analysis on unacademy.com. Which of the following are the left bank tributaries of river Ganga? So out of this, I definitely and 200% know that Yamuna is the right bank tributary of river Ganga, because Yamuna comes from the right side. Like if you can visualize it in your head, it's very easy. So all of the above cannot be the answer. 1, 2, 5 cannot be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cannot be the answer. So the only answer possible is C, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So Yamuna is the right bank tributary of river Ganga, and Son and Punpun are the other right bank tributaries of the Ganga river. So answer is C. Question number 2. Consider the following regarding elections to the legislative councils. All members to the councils are indirectly elected by the legislative assembly of the state from among those persons who are not member of the assembly. Persons having special knowledge or practical experience of literature, science, art, cooperative movement and social service are also eligible for being nominated to the house. Which of the following is incorrect? Second statement is 100% correct. First statement is wrong. Answer is A. A is incorrect. 1 only is incorrect. So scheme of election to the legislative council is as follows. So 1/6 are nominated by the governor. So these cooperatives are only part of state list. That is why it is here. Otherwise, it is not there in nomination of Rajya Sabha. 1/3 members are elected by the members of the local bodies like municipalities, district boards. 1/12 are elected by the graduates of 3 years standing and residing within the state. 1/12 are elected by teachers of 3 years standing in the state, not lower in standard than secondary school. 1/3 are elected by MLAs. Okay, and the remainder 1/6 are nominated by the governor. Okay, so let's move on. SAARC and BIMSTEC are regional organizations other than India. Who among the following are members common to both the organization? Answer here is Bhutan, Sri Lanka and Nepal. So these three are present in all the organizations. So answer is A, that is 1, 2, 4. So member countries of South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation are India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Maldives, Pakistan and Afghanistan. Total 8 countries. The members of BIMSTEC are India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Myanmar and Thailand. Answer is A, 1, 2, 4. I have made a separate video where I have explained all the members of SAARC, ASEAN, and I have taught a lot of mnemonics to remember them. Which of the following is true about Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan? Okay, so it is basically for person with disability schemes. So answer is B, so that they can have universal accessibility. So it is also known as Accessible India campaign. It also aims to create an enabling and barrier-free environment so as to enable persons with disabilities to gain access for equal opportunity, live independently, and participate fully in all the aspects in an inclusive society, so that they can also realize their true potential. Whatever they want to achieve in life, they can go and get it. Question number 5. Consider the following statements about Lord Dalhousie. He devised the policy of subsidiary alliance. First, it was during his period that the first railway line was laid between Bombay and Thane. Which of the following statement is correct? Only second statement is correct, because Lord Wellesley started the subsidiary alliance system. This is definitely wrong. Answer is 2 only, that is B. So Lord Wellesley introduced subsidiary alliance, and Dalhousie introduced the policy of doctrine of lapse, according to which if a king was incompetent or died without a natural heir, then the territory would be placed directly under the company. He was the Governor General of India from 1848 to 1856, and it was in 1853 that the first railway line connecting Bombay and Thane was laid down. Question number 6. Consider the following about Char Dham Highway project. Okay, it seeks to connect the Char Dham of India, namely Badrinath, Dwarka, Puri and Rameswaram. The main objectives of the project is to provide all-weather roads and protect landslide hazard zones. Which of the following is correct? Only B is correct, because it wants to connect Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. They are basically in Himalayas. Dwarka, Puri, they are all over the India. So it wants to connect Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. So first is wrong. So Char Dham means the 4 abodes. They are the sacred places that is considered as a pilgrimage that a Hindu must take in his life. The Char Dham Highway project seeks to improve connectivity to the Char Dham pilgrimage center in the Himalayas, mainly in Uttarakhand, that is Gangotri, Yamunotri, Kedarnath and Badrinath. Project's main objective is to develop around 900 kilometers of national highway, and it also involves widening the existing geometrically deficient highway that connects the 4 abodes. You can read more about it here. Question number 7. Consider the following about Bharat emission standards. It has been adopted on the European model called the Euro norms. Soumitra Chaudhary committee is associated with Bharat norms. India will skip stage 5 and implement stage 6 by 2020. Which of the following statement is correct? All the statements are absolutely correct about Bharat emission standards. So Bharat stage emission standards, which were introduced in 2000, they are the emission standards that have been set up by central government to regulate the output of air pollutants from internal combustion engine equipment, including motor vehicles. There are total 6 stages in these norms, and the government needs to implement them gradually. And by April 2017, Bharat Stage 4 is to be implemented all over the country. And it was announced in January 2016 that India will leapfrog to Bharat Stage 6 directly from April 2020. Okay, so 4 to 6. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. Tripura, Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh have their own respective high courts. Okay, the seat of Assam's high court is at its capital Dispur. Obviously it is at Guwahati. And Andaman and Nicobar, okay, and comes under the territorial jurisdiction of the Madras High Court. No, they come under the jurisdiction of Calcutta High Court. All these statements are absolutely rubbish. None of the above is correct. Let's see. Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram and Nagaland do not have their respective high courts. They also fall under Guwahati High Court. However, there are benches at Itanagar, that is Arunachal Pradesh, Aizawl, that is Mizoram, Kohima, that is Nagaland. The seat of Assam's High Court is at Guwahati. Just like in Rajasthan, just like in MP, the capital and the judicial capital are different. It's Jaipur and Jodhpur in case of Rajasthan, and it is Bhopal and Jabalpur in case of MP. In 2013, separate high courts were established in Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura. So that is very, very important. And Puducherry comes under the territorial jurisdiction of Madras High Court, while Andaman and Nicobar comes under the territorial jurisdiction of Calcutta High Court. Question number 9. Consider the following pair, community and region. Which of the following is correctly? Sinhalese obviously Sri Lanka. Kurds are not in Syria. Okay. Basically here Kurds are in Syria, but Tuaregs is an African things. Okay, Madheshi are definitely in Nepal, Rohingya in Myanmar, Kurds are in Syria, Sinhalese are in Sri Lanka. So the only incorrect match is Tuaregs in Atacama Desert. Atacama Desert is in Chile, South America. Tuaregs are present in the North African regions, particularly the Sahara region. So answer is 3 is incorrectly matched. So answer is B. Okay, the Tuaregs are nomadic pastoralists who belong to the interior region of North Africa, particularly Sahara region. Last question for the day is, which of the following statements, consider the following statements about Irrawaddy dolphins. These mammals prefer coastal areas associated with the muddy brackish waters at river mouths. Okay, so yes, this is correct. One can locate this animal in the endangered list of the IUCN. No, they are vulnerable. They are found in Chilka Lake and the Sundarbans of West Bengal in India. So when we went on Bharat Darshan, we happened to go to Chilka Lake and I saw them. They are like silver colored, very, very beautiful dolphins. Okay, so answer is C, that is 1 and 3. So these dolphins are in the vulnerable category. Recently, a considerable number of the Irrawaddy dolphins have been found in the Chilka Lagoon region, and in the past they were hunted, which led to a decline in the population. However, the main cause of threat includes habitat loss and degradation, fisheries interaction, particularly gillnet and tanglement, vessel strikes, etc. So I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. Thank you for watching this. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the expected MCQs for UPSC CSE Prelims 2017, and they will be based on the current affairs of 8 February 2017. Okay, so let's get started. Instructions are pretty clear. If you're getting 8 or more, you have a very high chance of selection. Okay, please watch the lessons on unacademy.com, the Hindu summary and editorial analysis before or after you attempt the question, and as soon as the question appears, pause the video, answer the question and then resume it. Question number 1. E-Government Readiness Index is published by which of the following bodies? Answer is United Nations Public Administration Program, that is UNPAP. So the E-Government Readiness Index, it is a composite measure of the capacity and willingness of countries to use e-government for ICT-led development. Okay, ICT means Information and Communication Technology. The EGDI, that is E-Government Readiness Index, it has been updated annually by UNPAP. Okay, since its creation in 2003, it covers all the member states of UN, and EGDI looks at the most important dimensions of e-governance, that is scope and quality of online services, telecommunication connectivity, human capacity. They also publishes e-participation index. So they might ask you, who publishes e-participation index? Okay, so now Dhara Shikoh is in news, so I'll answer some questions on him. Okay, so his book Majma al-Bahrain is a biography of his father Shah Jahan. He got the Upanishads and Gita translated into Persian. In the Battle of Devrai, which marked Aurangzeb's possession to the Mughal throne, Dara Shikoh was defeated by Aurangzeb and Murad. Which of the following is correct? Answer is none of the above, because Majma al-Bahrain by Dara Shikoh, it explores the diversity in the religions of Hinduism and Islam. Okay, so that is correct. But then you will see that he is said in the Battle of Devrai, okay, which was in 1659. It marked Aurangzeb's possession to the Mughal throne, but it was fought between Dara Shikoh and Aurangzeb. Okay, so this is wrong here. Okay, and in the Battle of Samugad 1658, Dara was defeated by Aurangzeb and Murad. So it should be Dara here. Okay, so that is why it is wrong. So none of the options fits here. And Dara Shikoh is said to have learned the language and translated the works himself, unlike Akbar, who got translated by different scholar. So none of the option fits. So answer is none of the above. That is D. Okay. Question number 3. Durand line is the line demarcating India and China. McMahon line is the line demarcating Pakistan and Afghanistan, while Redcliffe line is a line demarcating India and Pakistan. Which of the following are correctly matched? Answer is C. That is 3. Durand line is between Pakistan and Afghanistan, while McMahon line is between India and China. So it is reversed here. Please remember that. Durand line is between Pakistan and Afghanistan. McMahon line is between India and China. Answer is 3rd is the only correct option, C. So that is why the answer is very clear. So you can read more here. Question number 4. Consider the following about advanced pricing agreement. This agreement is made between two potential business traders. Second, this agreement is made so that a potential seller does not increase the price of the goods or services based on the market forces, thus protecting the buyer. Which of the following is or are incorrect? So answer is both of them are correct. So answer is neither 1 nor 2 are incorrect. Okay, so it was introduced in 2012 in Income Tax Act. APA is made between a taxpayer and a tax authority. So in this agreement what happens is like a transfer price or arm's length price is decided in advance, and thus it validates the transfer pricing between two interrelated companies. In such a scenario, the government will definitely benefit as it will get all the full taxes. And in 2014, a rollback provision was introduced through which APA agreements can sort out pending litigations up to past 4 years using multi-year data analysis for share pricing. So it is very, very important. Both the statements are correct. Question number 5. The President addresses the first sitting of each of the 3 sessions in a year. Okay. So a motion of thanks is introduced after such an address and it is discussed in the parliament. On voting, if the motion of thanks is not passed, it ensures the defeat of the government. Which of the following is correct? So first of all, it is not all the sessions. The first session after each general election and the first session of each fiscal year is addressed by the President. So that is, the first statement is wrong here. Then both the statement 2nd and 3rd are correct. So answer is B, that is 2 and 3 only. So usually this address outlines the policies and programs of the government in preceding year and the following year, and if the motion of thanks is not passed, it means the defeat of the government. This is a convention. Arrange the following countries from south to north: South Africa, Morocco, Mozambique, Egypt and Democratic Republic of Congo. So here obviously South Africa का नाम ही है, तो साउथ सबसे like it is the most southern most country. So answer can be either A or B. ठीक है, उसके बाद since both the option are 3, so definitely Mozambique. Then you have to see whether Morocco or DRC. So Morocco is one of the northernmost countries of Africa, if anybody has seen the map, and it is separated by Portugal. There is a Gibraltar Gulf, so very, very close to Europe. So Morocco cannot be the answer. So answer is B, because Morocco is the northernmost country except Algeria and Tunisia. So here answer is 13542. Here you can see this is South Africa. Here you can see this is Mozambique. This is Democratic Republic of Congo. And as you can see, here is Morocco, separated by Portugal from Gibraltar. Question number 7. Consider the following about National AYUSH Mission. One of its objectives is to facilitate the enforcement of quality control of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani and Homoeopathy drugs. Second is AYUSH educational institutions are to be upgraded through strengthening the institutional capacity. Third is it aims to bring AYUSH systems into prominent medical streams to address the healthcare in the society. Which of the following statement is correct? Answer is D, that is 1, 2, 3. So it was introduced by the erstwhile Department of AYUSH, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and the basic objective of NAM, that is National AYUSH Mission, it is to promote AYUSH medical system through cost-effective AYUSH services, strengthening of educational systems, facilitating the enforcement of quality control of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani and Homeopathy drugs, and sustainable availability of A, SU and H raw materials so that they can be helpful in the treatment and all the drugs can be made. Question number 8, consider the following statements. The governor can exercise his discretion in case of selection and appointment of the chief minister if no party commands a majority in the house. Absolutely correct. It is the duty of the chief minister to communicate the decisions of the council of ministers to the party high command as and when such a demand is placed. This is wrong. Okay. So it is to the governor, not the party high command. It has to be done to the governor. Okay. And first statement is correct. So here you can see it is to be done to the governor. So moving forward, question number 9. Which among the following are some cities along the banks of river Cauvery? Basically Srirangapatna, Poompuhar, Srirangam, Karur, Mayiladuthurai. Okay. All these cities are on the bank of river Cauvery. Okay. So answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the following are correct. And other are Mysore, Erode, Trichy, Thiruvayuru, Tanjore and Kumbakonam. And last question for the day is, which of the following is incorrect about NAVIC, that is navigation with Indian Constellation? Okay, 7 countries. Okay, so definitely this is wrong. Only 5 countries have it, that is USA, China, European Union, Russia and India. Okay, so it is not present with Brazil, etc. So this is wrong. So answer is first is wrong. These satellites can accurately determine positions of objects on land accurately up to 20 meters. Yes, this is correct. It can also help fishermen by guiding them to the region that is a higher fish concentration. Yes, this is also correct. It is also called as the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System. This is also correct. So answer is A. So NAVIC, that is navigation with Indian Constellation, it is an indigenously developed, means developed within India. Navigation satellite system, it is used to provide accurate real-time positioning and timing services over India and region extending up to 1500 km around India. It is India's indigenous GPS system. It consists of 7 satellites and it can detect objects on Earth to an accuracy of 20 meters. Currently, USA, China, European Union, Russia and India have this technology, and NAVIC will help the armed forces to accurately determine their position in combat. Also, it will help in missile targeting into the enemy territory, and its position accuracy will provide aid, relief and rescue operation conducted during the disaster situations like floods, earthquakes, etc. So this is a very important short note on NAVIC or IRNSS. Thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the MCQs based on the 9th February 2017 current affairs, and this is presented by me, your friend Roman Saini. And instructions are pretty clear. If you get 8 or more, then you have a very high chance of selection. And please watch the lessons on the Hindu summary and editorial analysis before or after attempting the question. And as soon as the question appears, pause the video, answer the question and resume it. Please write your score in the comment section below so that you can compete with yourself as well as compete with others, so that you can see your score every day. Question number 1, consider the following statements. Doing business report is published by the World Bank Group. Obviously, I have told this like 10,000 times. Starting a business, getting electricity, getting credit, protecting minority investors, paying taxes are some of the indicators on which the index is based. 100% correct. India ranks 131. No, we have moved 1 rank to 130, so this is wrong. Answer is C, that is 1 and 2. So doing business measures regulations affecting 11 areas of life of a business. 10 of these areas are included in the latest ranking on ease of doing business. Starting a business, dealing with construction permits, getting electricity, registering property, getting credit, protecting minority investors, paying taxes, trading across borders, enforcing contracts and resolving insolvency. Now doing business also measures labor market regulation, which is not included in the latest ranking, and India has moved 1 rank up to the 130th position in the World Bank's doing business ranking for 2017. Answer is C. Question number 2, one often gets to hear about Antriksh in the news. What is it? Basically, Antriksh is a commercial wing of ISRO, that is Indian Space Research Organization. So it is an anglicized version of Antriksh. Antriksh means space. It is a Sanskrit word and it functions under the aegis of Department of Space. Now Antriksh Core signed the deal with Team Indus, the Bangalore space startup that is aiming to send a lander and rover to the moon. Now ISRO will build an extended version of its Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV to carry the lunar rover and lander to the moon. And basically it is a part of the competition to win US $20 million prize being offered by X Prize, and it is sponsored by Google and it is called as Google Lunar X Prize. Basically big corporations promote such startups so that humanity can progress to next level. Three battles have been fought at Panipat. Everybody knows Panipat ki ladai, very very famous. Consider the following statements. The first battle of Panipat 1526 resulted in the establishment of Mughal Empire in India. Okay. In the second battle 1556, Akbar led the Mughals to victory. Okay. Basically he was represented by Bairam Khan. So Akbar never led the Mughals to victory. This is wrong. First statement is correct. And in the third battle of Panipat 1761, Baji Rao faced defeat at the end of Ahmad Shah Abdali. Okay. Basically it was between Balaji Baji Rao. Okay. So that is why it is there. So answer is A, that is one only. So in the second battle of Panipat, Akbar was represented by Regent Bairam Khan. The third battle of Panipat was fought between Ahmad Shah Abdali and Balaji Baji Rao. And Marathas fought this war because 9 years ago Peshwas entered into an agreement with the Mughal emperor, according to which Peshwas assured the Mughals that they would safeguard them against internal and external enemies, and Marathas made such a commitment in return for the Chauth of the northwest provinces. It was supposed to be a tax, okay, and total revenue of Agra and Ajmer would be collected by them. So that is why this war was there. Question number 4. Consider the following. The speaker or chairman has the prerogative to admit or dismiss a motion that seeks to remove a judge. 100% correct. If the motion is considered in the House, then each House of the Parliament must pass it by a simple majority, after which an address is presented to the President for the removal. Okay. So this is not a simple majority, this is special majority. Answer is A, one only. So a motion seeking the removal of a judge must be signed by at least 100 members in case of Lok Sabha or 50 members in case of Rajya Sabha, after which it is presented to the speaker or chairman. If the speaker or chairman considers the motion, a 3-bench member committee is set up, which is comprising of Chief Justice of India or a Judge of Supreme Court, a Chief Justice of High Court and a distinguished jurist. Now, if this committee finds the judge guilty of misbehavior or suffering from an incapacity, then the House takes up this motion for consideration. Now, each House of the Parliament must pass it by a special majority. Okay, it is not simple majority, it is special majority. After which an address is presented to the President for the removal of the judge, and President will pass an order demanding the removal of the judge. So that is the detailed process. Question number 5. Which of the following is correct about repo rate? Repo rate is basically a rate of interest RBI charges on short-term borrowings. Okay, this is called as rate of repurchase. So the rate of repurchase or repo rate is charged on government securities that are deposited by institutions to borrow for the short term. Basically, in simple words, it is the rate at which the central bank of a country lends money to commercial banks in the event of any shortfall of funds. And repo rate is used by monetary authorities to control inflation. So answer here is D. Okay. Moving forward, consider the following statements about CBI, that is Central Bureau of Investigation. CBI was set up by the Delhi Special Police Establishment Act of 1946. 100% correct. It was initially set up to investigate bribery and corruption in transactions with the War and Supply Department of India, set up during World War II. Which of the following statement is correct? Both of these statements are absolutely correct. Answer is 1 and 2. So over the year, the functions and roles have evolved extensively. At present, there are 3 investigative divisions in CBI: Anti-Corruption Division, Economic Crimes Division, and Special Crimes Division. So answer is C. Question number 7. Which of the following countries does Afghanistan share its boundary with? So Afghanistan shares its boundary with obviously Pakistan, obviously India is there, and then you have Turkmenistan, Iran, Uzbekistan. So these are the Tajikistan also. So these are the 6 countries with which Afghanistan shares boundary. Okay. So answer here will become B, that is 1, 4 and 5. So let's see. So as you can see here, it is India. Unfortunately, this area is illegally occupied by Pakistan and it is called as POK. As you can see, it shares boundary with Pakistan, it shares boundary with India, it shares boundary with Tajikistan, it shares boundary with Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and finally Iran. So total 6 countries. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. Hypocenter is the point where seismic energy is released. Absolutely correct. Focus is the point on the surface nearest to hypocenter of an earthquake. Okay. And Richter scale is a logarithmic based energy scale. Second statement is wrong. Answer is 1 and 3. So hypocenter is commonly termed as focus. Epicenter is the point nearest to hypocenter focus of an earthquake. Okay, so hypocenter and focus are the same thing. Epicenter is the point which is nearest to the hypocenter of an earthquake. And while Richter scale is logarithmic energy scale, there are other scales like Mercalli scales that are based on the intensity of shaking. Basically, 9 Richter scale is 10 times as powerful as 8 Richter scale, 8 Richter scale is 10 times as powerful as 7 Richter scale, and so on and so forth. That is what is meant by logarithmic scale. And the Mercalli scale quantifies the effect of an earthquake on the earth's surface, and it is ranges from 1 to 12. 1 means कुछ feel ही नहीं हुआ, 6 7 means काफ़ी कुछ shake हो गया, 12th means total annihilation, total destruction. Okay, मतलब everything is razed to the ground. Then question number 9, assertion reason question. The Attorney General of India participates in the proceedings of the Houses of Parliament and also enjoy right to vote. Okay, this is definitely wrong. He does not have any right to vote. Absolutely no right to vote. So all the options are wrong. Only the D can be correct. Forget about everything else. Okay. So as I have already spoken, that Attorney General of India can speak and participate in the proceedings of the House of Parliament, but he does not enjoy the right to vote. And it is the Comptroller and Auditor General of India who is the head of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department and also the guardian of the public purse, and he controls the entire financial system of a country at both center and state levels. And last question for the day is, consider the following statements about special purpose vehicle. So it is different from special purpose entity which is set up by private entities. No, it is exactly the same, so this is wrong. So since first is wrong, only B and C can be correct. It is set up for a single well-defined and narrow purpose. Yes, it is supposed to follow the rules laid down by the Companies Act. Answer here is B, that is 2 and 3. And special purpose vehicle is also called as special purpose entity or special purpose corporation. And as opposed to a general purpose vehicle or a trading corporation, a special purpose vehicle is formed for a special purpose. Therefore, its powers are limited to what it might be required to attain that purpose, and its life is destined to end when the purpose is attained. Now technically a special purpose vehicle is a company, and it has to follow the rules of formation of a company laid down in the Companies Act. And the biggest advantage of special purpose vehicle is that it helps in separating the risk and freeing up the capital. And as a result, the special purpose vehicle and the sponsoring company are protected against risks like insolvency which may arise during the course of operation. Okay, so if you have to set up it as a separate entity to avoid the risks. So thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the MCQs based on the current affairs of 10 February 2017, and the instructions are pretty clear. Please write your score in the comment section below so that you can compete not only with yourself but with others as well. And if you are getting 8 or more correct, then you have a very high chance of selection. Okay. Question number 1, consider the following statements about Pradhan Mantri Khanij Kshetra Kalyan Yojana. Okay, it is implemented by the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Wrong, it is implemented by the Ministry of Mines. So, okay, first is wrong, so either it can be B or D. One of the main objectives of PMKKY is to ensure long-term sustainable livelihoods for the affected people in mining areas. Yes, funds to provide for the welfare of the areas and to those affected from mining-related operations will be allocated by Ministry of Finance. Okay, this is wrong because funds generated by district mineral foundations will be used. So, answer is B, that is 2 only. Okay, Ministry of Mines, it is there to basically to protect the local people from effect of mining, to implement various developmental and welfare projects programs in mining affected areas that complement the existing ongoing schemes or projects of state and central government, to minimize or to mitigate the adverse impacts during and after mining on the environment, health, socio-economics of people in mining districts, and funds generated by the district mineral foundations would be used for providing welfare of the areas and people affected from mining related operations. Question number 2, USA has recently withdrawn from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, leaving it with 11 members at present. Which of the following countries are member of TPP? So basically Brunei, Peru, New Zealand, Chile, Vietnam, all these countries are the participant part of TPP, that is Trans-Pacific Partnership. Total 11 are there. So 11 include Japan, Vietnam, Brunei, Malaysia, Singapore, Peru, Australia, Canada, Mexico, New Zealand and Chile. So if you will notice, all of them share a boundary with Pacific Ocean. Question number 3, which of the following refers to the Special Games Scheme? So basically Special Games Scheme is a scheme introduced to identify and nurture talent for sports from inaccessible tribal, rural and coastal areas of the country, so that we can have more Mahendra Singh Dhonis from coming from our rural background. Okay, Special Area Games Scheme aims at scouting natural talent for modern competitive sports and games from inaccessible tribal, rural and coastal areas of the country and nurturing them scientifically for achieving excellence in sports. The scheme also envisages tapping of talent from indigenous games and martial arts and also from regions, communities which are either genetically or geographically advantageous for excellence in a particular sports discipline. Now, the main objective of the scheme is to train meritorious sports person in the age group of 12 to 18, with age being realized in exceptional cases. Question number 4. Consider the following statements about Article 370. Everybody knows it deals with Jammu and Kashmir. The special provisions to Jammu and Kashmir under this article are permanent in nature. 100% wrong. It is temporary in nature. Fundamental rights, DPSP, fundamental duties are applicable to the state. Again, absolutely wrong. The High Court of Jammu and Kashmir enjoys only limited power with respect to writs. This is right. So answer is C. That is 3 only. So first of all, they are only temporary and not permanent. The DPSP and fundamental duties are not applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. Usually high courts can issue writs for the enforcement of the fundamental rights of the citizens and for any other purposes. That is an ordinary legal right. However, the High Court of Jammu and Kashmir can issue writs only for the enforcement of the fundamental rights and not for any other purposes. So that is why it is limited in nature. Question number 5. Consider the following statements. Assertion and reason question. Okay. SEBI has declared equity crowdfunding platforms unauthorized, unregulated and illegal. This is absolutely correct. One of the main reasons for that is that crowdfunding based on lending authorization from RBI is required. Since it is based on lending, RBI has to authorize it. That is why it is considered illegal. Assertion is correct. Reason is an appropriate explanation of assertion. Answer is A. Okay. So basically reward based crowdfunding and donor based crowdfunding is not illegal. Okay. But equity crowdfunding platforms are not authorized as it can be route to money laundering. It is a violation of the SEBI norms, that is Security Exchange Board of India, that provide raising equity shares, the threat posed by digital security. Question number 6. Global Competitiveness Index is sometimes seen in the news. Which of the following organization releases it? Answer here is World Economic Forum, that is WEF, that they releases it. Okay. So Global Competitiveness Index attempts to quantify the impact of a number of key factors which contribute to create the condition for competitiveness, with particular focus on the macroeconomic environment, the quality of the country's institutions and the state of the country's technology and supporting infrastructure. And out of the 138 countries listed in the index, India's rank is 39 as per the 2016 report. Question number 7. Consider the following statements about Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, that is RUSA. RUSA aims at creating new universities through upgradation of existing autonomous colleges and conversion of colleges in a cluster. 100% correct. It also aims at providing scholarship to students who hail from underdeveloped geographical regions of the country. It is absolutely wrong. Answer here is 1 only, that is A. So Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. So it is basically a Hindi term. Rashtriya means national, Uchchatar means higher, Shiksha means education, Abhiyan means scheme or a yojana. It is a centrally sponsored scheme launched in 2013, aims at providing strategic funding to eligible state higher educational initiatives, and some salient objective of RUSA are improving the overall quality of state institutions, assure transformative reforms in the state higher education, ensure reforms in the affiliation, academic and examination system, and ensure adequate availability of quality faculty, which is the most important need. भाई पढ़ाएगा कौन, आपने सब कुछ दे दिया तो उसके बाद. Question number 8. Consider the following statements. National security guards are placed under the Ministry of Home Affairs. National security guards was not designed to undertake the functions of the state police forces or other paramilitary forces of the Union of India. NSG commandos participated for the first time in Republic Day parade on 26 January 2017. Which of the following statement is correct? All these statements are absolutely correct. So NSG was set up in 1984 as a federal contingency deployment force to tackle all facets of terrorism in the country. आपने देखा होगा 26/11 में they went there. The primary role of this force is to combat terrorism in whatever form it may assume in areas where activity of terrorists assumes serious proportion, and obviously local state police and other central police forces is not able to cope up with the situation. They are very highly trained. So in Bharat Darshan we went to their training campus in Manesar, that is near Gurgaon, near like Delhi Jaipur highway. NSG is a force specially equipped and trained to deal with specific situations and is therefore to be used only in exceptional situations. And basically you have SAS of the UK and GSG-9 of Germany. So if you play Counter-Strike, you will find these teams there. Okay. Question number 9. The specified banknotes cessation of liabilities bill 2017 has been passed by the Lok Sabha. Which course of action can likely follow? The bill is deemed to have been passed by the Houses of Parliament on expiry of 14 days from receipt of bill in Rajya Sabha. So this is correct because it is a money bill. Okay. So the bill provides that the specified banknotes old rupees 500 and rupees 1000 will cease to be liabilities of the RBI from December 31, 2016 onwards. And Article 110 lays down the provisions which would qualify the bill to be a money bill. And in case of a money bill, the Lok Sabha enjoys more powers as compared to Rajya Sabha. So even if the Rajya Sabha does not respond on the receipt of bill within a period of 14 days, the bill is deemed to have been passed by both the houses of the parliament. Last question for the day is consider the following statement about Go Mateshwar statue. The monolithic statue found at Shravan Belegola, is that of Mahavir. The construction of this statue was commissioned by Chavundare, belonging to the Chalukya dynasty. Which of the following statement is correct? Both of them are absolutely wrong. The Gomateshwar statue was located at Shravan Belegola, Hassan district of Karnataka. It belongs to Bahubali. It is not Mahavir. Okay, it is Bahubali, which is the son of the first Tirthankar, Rishabhnath. And Bahubali is said to have meditated motionless for 1 year in the standing position, post which he attended Keval Gyan. And the construction of the statue was commissioned by Chavundare of the Western Ganga dynasty of Talakad. So both the statement is wrong. Answer is D. Thank you for watching this. Have an awesome day. Guys, what's up? So let's discuss the MCQs for 11 February 2017 current affairs. And this lesson is presented by me, Roman Saini. Instructions are pretty clear, so let's get started. Question number 1. The Mahamamsa, a text written in the Pali of the kings of Sri Lanka, mentions about the extensive trade relations with India, especially southern India. It also talks of Asanvika. Which of the following refers to Asanvika? So basically it is Asanvika refers to traders who brought horses for sale from Tamil Nadu. So answer is A. So numerous epigraphical, numismatic means coins, okay, and literary evidence means books या फिर कुछ written notes वगैरह, ठीक है. It shows the presence of traders from Tamil Nadu in Sri Lanka, and trade relations between India and Sri Lanka followed the rise and fall of dynasties in India. It is going on for last thousands of years, okay. Question number 2. Affordable housing has been conferred infrastructure status in the recent budget. Consider the following statement. It will ensure easier access to institutional credit for builders. Yes, please watch my budget lesson in my daily lecture series to know more. It will create guidelines and increase transparency in the housing sector. Obviously, yes. Buyers can now buy homes for cheaper rates. All the three are correct. Answer is C, all of the above. Okay, so this status reflects that the government has acknowledged that the affordable housing industry is an important driver of the economy, and affordable housing developers will now be eligible for several government incentives, subsidies, tax benefits, and most importantly institutional funding. So answer here is C. Question number 3. Consider the following functions of the governor. Based on the recommendations of the Chief Justice of High Court, the governor can suggest to the president for an imposition of constitutional emergency in the state. He and she can reserve only a money bill for the consideration of the president. Which of the following are correct? Answer here is D. Both the statements are absolutely wrong, because Article 355 imposes a duty on the center to ensure that the government of every state is carried on with the provisions of the constitution. Accordingly, the governor of the states recommended for the imposition of constitutional emergency in case of failure of constitutional emergency. So basically there is nothing, no role of Chief Justice of High Court, absolutely nothing there. And the chief and only money bill nahi, any bill basically, ठीक है, because there are a lot of stuff which can be reserved. It is not money bill alone, there are lots of bills. Not so if it is against the provision of the constitution, he can reserve for the president. If it is opposed to the DPSP, basically literally any bill can be there, yaar, against the larger interest of the country of grave national importance. Governor has very huge discretionary power and dealing with compulsory acquisition of property under Article 31A of the constitution. So literally every bill under the sun can be covered. If governor wants, nobody can stop him. Question number 4. Uttar Pradesh shares its boundary with which of the following states? So recently elections are going on in Uttar Pradesh, so obviously it shares boundary with which state? Which state is obvious here? Okay, so one is obvious, right? Because it is saying the option 1 is all of them. So you don't need to think whether it shares the boundary with Jharkhand or not. Answer here is C, 1, 2, 3, 4. It definitely does not share boundary with Punjab. Okay, so here the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's see the map. So this is the Uttar Pradesh map. As you can see, it shares a boundary with Nepal. Here is Bihar. Okay, here is Chhattisgarh. Here is Jharkhand. Here obviously huge boundary with MP, huge boundary with Rajasthan, huge boundary with Haryana, and Uttarakhand obviously is part of Uttar Pradesh once upon a time. So these are the states with which it shares the boundary. Question number 5. Which of the following refers to the mission 11 million? Basically it refers to the school outreach program to promote football. So this is 11, मतलब basically 11 खिलाड़ी ढूंढने यार कम से कम. A first of its kind, the program will encourage children to play the game of football, gain healthy habits, and learn important life lessons in teamwork and sportsman spirit. And the approach is to work with the school principal, sports teacher, encourage and incentivize them to make children play football games on regular basis. Now it is a massive school engagement program for football, and it is designed with international sporting expertise but keeping in mind the ground realities of our huge and varied country. Aim is to reach out to over 37 cities, 12,000 schools across all the 29 states of India, and the initiative will focus on games that can be adapted to different field size and conditions. Question number 6. Which of the following are the objectives of Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana? So here, let's see, providing LED bulbs or subsidized rates to the farmers. Okay. Then second is feeder separation to ensure sufficient power to farmers and regular supply to other consumers. LED bulb वाली scheme दूसरी है, that is Ujala scheme. This is the scheme of Ministry of Power. It is related to only to power. Okay, it has nothing to do with LED bulbs. Answer is 2 only. So DDUGJY implemented by Ministry of Power and envisages 24/7 supply of power. Objective are to provide electrification to all the villages, improvement of sub transmission and distribution network to improve the quality and reliability of the supply, and basically ट्रांसपोर्टेशन एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन लॉसेस को मिनिमम करना. ठीक है, TND लॉसेज जिनको बोलते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स. टीबी इज अ नॉन कम्युनिकेबल डिजीज. क्या मजाक कर रहे हो क्या यार? ओके, सो absolutely, मतलब this is absolutely wrong. Obviously TB is a communicable disease. Bedaquiline has been added to the list of medicine available under the DOTS plus direct observation treatment strategy. MBBS में खूब करते थे हम. Mission Indradhanush does not include vaccination against TB. Okay, this is right. This is wrong rather. So Mission Indradhanush has vaccine against TB, polio, hepatitis B, सबके against है. Only option correct is B, that is 2 only. So answer is B. So TB is a preventable and a communicable disease, and according to RNTCP DOTS plus, it has bedaquiline has been added. But it is with limited access only, and in 5 different cities like Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Guwahati, and Delhi. And Mission Indradhanush provides vaccination against 7 preventable diseases, namely TB, polio, Hep B, whooping cough, tetanus, measles, and diphtheria. Question number 8, Article 371J gives special provisions to the state of Karnataka. Consider the following statements. So the Hyderabad Karnataka region comprises of the 6 districts of Kopal, Yadgir, Dharwad, Bidar, Bijapur, and Gulbarga. Wrong. It comprises of Kopal, Yadgir, Raichur, Bidar, Belari, and Gulbarga. So this is definitely wrong. The special provisions of the state is to recognize the distinct cultural identity the population in these districts possess by virtue of being at the cusp of 2 states. Okay, and then the third statement is special provision empowers the chief minister with the additional responsibility. ये भी गलत है, ये भी गलत है. This is also wrong. So answer is none of the above. It is governor who is empowered with the special responsibilities, and the special provision has been bestowed to accelerate the development of the most backward region of the state and promote inclusive growth so as to reduce the inter-regional disparities. And these are the 6 districts which comprises the Hyderabad Karnataka region. Question number 9. Recently Bengaluru beat London to become the most dynamic city in the world. Which of the following declared it? So answer is City Momentum Index. So JLL City Momentum Index identifies the world's most dynamic cities, and the index tracks the speed of change of a city's economy and commercial real estate market. It covers the 134 major established and emerging business hubs and identifies cities that have the potential to maintain the greatest dynamism over the short and long term. Basically, this index incorporates 42 ingredients across the 3 key areas: short-term momentum, commercial real estate momentum, and long-term fundamentals. And the last question for the day is, consider the following about National Productivity Council. NPC is a constituent of the Asian Productivity Organization. Yes, this is absolutely correct. It is a statutory and non-for-profit organization. Basically, it is not statutory. It is an autonomous multipartite organization from employers and workers organization and government. Answer is A, 1 only. Okay. So NPC is a national level organization to promote productivity culture in India under Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion. It is an autonomous, multipartite, non-for-profit organization with equal representation from employers and workers organization and government, apart from technical and professional institutions and other interests. Answer is A, 1 only. And thank you for watching this lesson. Have an awesome day. Hey guys, what's up? So today we're going to discuss the MCQs based on the 12th February 2017 current affairs, and this is obviously presented by me, Roman Saini. Instructions are pretty clear, so let's get started. Question number 1, consider the following. Palamu, Madhya Pradesh, these are the tiger reserves with respect to their states. Which of the following is correctly matched? So Palamu is in Jharkhand, this is wrong. Nagarhole is in Karnataka, absolutely correct. Pake is in Arunachal Pradesh, so this is also wrong. Panna is in MP, so this is also wrong. Sariska is in Alwar, Rajasthan. So answer is 2 and 5 only. That is A is the only correct option. As you can see here, it is very important. So recently the number of tigers dying in the Bandipur Nagarhole tiger reserves, they have been increasing and has become a cause of worry. And more importantly, poaching is not the cause, so it is even more worrier. Question number 2, consider the following statements. Okay. Proportional representation is when the number of seats won by the party is proportionate to the strength of population in the constituency from which he or she was elected. Okay, it is wrong, absolutely wrong. It is related to the proportion of the vote cast for them. First past the post system is when the winning candidate has secured more votes than the candidate who has come second. This is absolutely correct. Answer is B, that is 2 only. So proportional representation is when the number of seats won by the party is proportionate to the number of votes cast for them, and the elections to the president, vice president, members of Rajya Sabha and legislative council are elected through the system. फर्स्ट पास द पोस्ट सिस्टम में जो भी आपके लोकसभा MLAs के इलेक्शन होते हैं, दैट इज डन बाय द फर्स्ट पास द पोस्ट सिस्टम, इन विच the winning candidate is simply the person who wins the most votes, and in theory he or she could be elected with 2 votes if every other candidate only secured a single vote, assuming that the nobody else came for voting. Question number 3, which of the following states of USA share their borders with Mexico? It is very important because of the immigration issue which is going on right now. So answer is Texas, New Mexico, Arizona and California. So these are the states which share the border with it. So Alaska definitely not there. New Jersey is definitely not there. New Mexico is there, and finally you have Texas. So Texas and New Mexico are there. So answer is 2 and 4. So this is the map of USA. As you can see, this is Texas, this is New Mexico, this is Arizona, and this is San Francisco. Okay. Question number 4. Consider the following about Global Alliance for National Human Rights Institution, GUNRI. Okay. So it was previously called International Coordination Committee for National Human Rights Institutions, ICC. Yes, GUNRI promotes the role of NHRIs worldwide, providing a forum for its members to interact and exchange, as well as facilitating their engagement with international organizations. It ensures compliance to the Paris Principles, which relates to the status and functioning of national institutions for protection and promotion of human rights. Which of the following statement is correct? Answer is C, that is all of the above are absolutely correct. So the Global Alliance supports and represents NHRIs on the global scene, bringing together the members of its 4 regional networks. First is NANHRI, that is Network of African National Human Rights Institution. Second is Network for the Americas. Third is for the Asia Pacific Forum, and fourth is the European Network. And through its subcommittee on accreditation, SCA, the organization also undertakes NHRI accreditation and re-accreditation by evaluating their compliance with the Paris Principles. Question number 5. Sansi tribes were known for dacoity and burglary during the colonial rule. Which state do they belong to? They belong to Madhya Pradesh. Unfortunately, there was an act of notified criminal tribes during the colonial times, and unfortunately they still carry the stigma of being part of the community that was a notified criminal tribe in the colonial times. Question number 6. Which of the following are the objectives of Mera Gaon Mera Gaurav initiative? To bring the farmers into the mainstream society and accelerate their participation in cooperative societies, to facilitate scientists for providing advisories and consultation to the farmers for increasing farm productivity and production. So second is wrong, first is second is right, first is wrong. Answer is B, that is 2 only. So scientists of ICAR and agricultural universities, they will identify villages in the vicinity of the institutions for providing advisories and consultation to farmers for increasing farm productivity and production. What this will do is this will hasten the lab to land approach, and under this scheme groups of scientists will select villagers and will remain in touch with that village and provide information to farmers on technical and other related aspects in a time frame through personal visits or through telecommunication. Question number 7. Consider the following statements about Aurangzeb. He assumed the title of Alamgir, meaning world conqueror. Okay, this is absolutely right. A high powered officer called Mutasib to enforce moral codes was put in place by him. Absolutely correct. He executed the 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. This is wrong. It was actually 9th Guru, that is Guru Tej Bahadur. So answer is C, that is 1 and 2. So Aurangzeb persecuted, imprisoned, tortured and executed the 9th Sikh Guru, Guru Tej Bahadur, and he was a very very staunch and an orthodox Muslim, and he reintroduced the jizya tax that was abolished by the Akbar. So this was a tax on non-Muslims. Question number 8. Consider the following statements about DRDO, that is Defense Research and Developmental Organization. DRDO is a pre-independence body. Okay, this is absolutely wrong because it was formed 10 years after independence in 1958. It was formed by the amalgamation of Technical Development Establishment of the Indian Army and Directorate of Technical Development and Production with the Defense Science Organization. This is absolutely correct. One of its mission is to build strong indigenous technology base. This is also correct. Answer is D, that is 2 and 3 only. Okay, so DRDO was formed in 1958, and basically it is a network for providing awesome scientific research and development of more than 50 laboratories which are deeply engaged in developing defense technologies covering various disciplines like aeronautics, armaments, electronics, combat vehicles, engineering systems, instrumentation, missiles, advanced computing and simulation, spatial material, naval systems, life sciences, training, information system, agriculture, and so on and so forth. Question number 9. Farewell Spit, where pilot whales are said to have stranded, is part of the northern island of New Zealand. Pilot whales belong to the cetacean order, and pilot whales are called so because when swimming, the groups of about 15 to 20 whales are often led by a single whale called the pilot. Statement 2 is correct. Statement 3 is also correct, but the first statement is wrong. As you will see, basically this is the south part. Okay, so answer is D, that is 2 and 3. Question number 10. Consider the following about anti-defection law. Okay, so the 9th schedule was added to the constitution which provides, so this is absolutely wrong. 10th schedule provides for it, so first is wrong. So all of the above cannot be the answer. A cannot be the answer. So answer can be only 2 only or none of the above. The speaker can take up the defection case in the Lok Sabha only if he receives a complaint from a member of the house. This is absolutely correct, 100% correct. An exemption has been made to an independent member in case if he or she chooses to join the ruling party. This is absolutely wrong. Answer is B, that is 2 only. So 10th schedule was added to the constitution during the Rajiv Gandhi government by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1985, and no exemption has been made in case of an independent member if he or she joins a political party after having contested the election as an independent candidate. He or she will be disqualified from being a member of the house. So I hope you have learned a lot from this lesson. Thank you for watching this. Have an awesome day.